Hello and welcome to Weird Around Illinois. Today we are going to talk about what the hell is going on in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. We bring up this topic because there are certain areas that are just a hotbed of cryptid and UFO and ghost activity, and Elk Grove appears to be one of them. We have personally searched there for mothman, dogman, UFOs, and kinda half-heartedly searched for ghosts as well. There are a ton of sightings we haven't investigated out, and it seems like a lot of our listeners or subscribers have had experiences in Elk Grove that they've shared with us, so we felt like we should dive into this a little bit more deeply and figure out just what the heck is going on out there.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've gotten, there have been a lot of more dogman sightings than others.
I mean, we had that whole unusual thing with the dogman sightings being reported and then disappearing. Then we had a bunch of comments on both our Elk Grove videos and other videos. You know, one guy dared us to visit Bussy Woods at night or Bussy Lake at night.
All right.
What was the other one? The guy told us we were in the wrong part of Salt Creek.
Yeah. Then he said he'd let us in without cameras or whatever.
Yeah, that's definitely a trap for something.
Yeah. And the other thing I find out is we also had one guy tell us, look, I've lived in Elk Grove my whole life and there's nothing there. And, you know, on the one hand, I'm like, okay, well, how do you know there's nothing there just because you live there? I mean, have you covered every inch of it every hour of the day? The other part of it is you know, there's a part of me that thinks thou doth protest too much. You know, maybe you're trying to keep us out of there by saying, there's nothing here, nothing to see here.
Good point.
There's a possibility that you could be trying to cover something up by saying that.
Yeah. Yeah, so the comments alone are enough to keep us interested in Elk Grove Village. But
Yeah, our video, not just the podcast, but the main footage video got a lot more views. So apparently Elk Grove is a lot more famous than others.
Yeah, which again surprises me because until just recently I had never heard of any activity in Elk Grove.
Yeah, it wasn't until we found like a few things on Google, I think, about Elk Grove Village and the dogman encounters. Then we started really getting into it, and we found other cryptids and ghosts and whatnot.
Yeah, but it's really funny how that's one of our first investigations, and it's this big in secret.
Yeah, when we went to look there, it was almost an afterthought. It was like a practice run. It was like, okay, well, you know, we're just to make sure we're ready to go up to Bray Road. Let's take a quick look at this goofy dogman sighting in Elk Grove.
Yeah, it was highly underestimated.
Yeah, I remember we were so taken by it, we actually came back to check it again a few months later. There was definitely a vibe there.
Yeah.
But, you know, my question is there a relationship between these different sightings? I mean, are there things in these areas that cause, like in Elk Grove Village, to be like a center for all of these different cryptids and aliens and everything else? Is there a portal? Is there something that attracts them there?
Yeah, there must be some kind of reason that there are more common sightings in that area than others.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure as to why. It's just another kind of area, not that special when you first look at it.
It's fairly close to the airport, which, you know, maybe you could argue that would attract aliens. Maybe you could argue that would attract Mothman because there's a chance of an air disaster or something. But, you know, there are a lot more wooded areas than that in Illinois for dogman to go to. I'm not sure how we can delve into this a little more deeply, but I think Elk Grove definitely deserves some more of our time because there's something going on in that place.
Yeah, you know, if there's a different spot in an area with a sighting, you know, you guys can let us know in the comments. You know, we'd love to know.
Yeah, or put into our form in the description.
If you would like to share any of that information with us, we would appreciate it, certainly. And if you know of any other areas in or around Illinois that you'd like us to check out, by all means, share that with us as well. But for now, thank you for listening, and thank you for subscribing, and we will talk to you again soon.